Let's know this. The gospel and the church we celebrate today suffered so much. Let's put a stop. Let's put a watch to some of the things we do today. And some of the things we do today have nothing to do with Jesus. You can imagine writing to a church and you are writing it to be like you are writing a personal letter to someone. That's the extent of persecution, the extent of the discrimination, the extent of the fierceness that was used against the body of Christ in those days. They hid in caves. They were undergrounds. They were chained and imprisoned. Most of them forgotten in prison and die off there. And still inside there, they write scripts, they write scrolls, they write letters to people, and still address it to be. So when the bearer of the letter is holding that letter, he goes to give it to someone, not knowing that someone is giving it to that letter was to be given to the body of Christ. Because if they write it that I'm writing to the church in Alaska, I'm writing to the church in Nigeria, what they do is to trace the gathering that are going to receive that letter and gather all of them. And so you disguise the letter. You write it as though you are writing to one person, asking them, how are you? That's why you see those salutations first when they write, how are you and your children? And so when you look at the first line of the letter, you close it up. You don't know that's the Bible they are writing to their people. And today, people are struggling, doing an election in church, struggling who will be the head pastor, who will be the assistant, who will be the regional head, and who will be the general overseer. People poison themselves, people carry guns, people say, it's the turn of my tribe to be the head. What's your take in this?